Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net. And today's daily gem is all about brand integrity and how and why it's so damn important to have this recognized and paid attention to for your brand in particular. And I've been working with this client now. So let me share with you a quick story. So I've been working with this client now. He's based out of Arizona. He has a house in Ocean County, California. He's in the financial space. He's been doing this for quite some time now. And he's an awesome guy. Works with individuals that have net worths of about $3 million or more and helps them in a very, very innovative way, helps them generate more revenue and helps them really plan out their finances accordingly and helps them generate wealth, like real wealth. And so I've spent the last 2.5 weeks with him doing some strategy call with him, and we're in the process of building his brand. And he shared with me a very interesting story one day on our call, and it hit me like a ton of bricks because it was so important. It was all about brand integrity. And we were talking about kids because, as you guys know, I'm literally 2 weeks away from having my first child with my wife. And so we were talking, how I'm planning this out and all that. And he said, it was funny. He was like, yeah, I have 2 kids of my own. They're in their 20s and I can't get them to like break the cord. Like they're still relying on me. And he's like, I've been an entrepreneur for 50 years. He says, and I want them to get that entrepreneurial bug too. But it's difficult for me. My wife and I can't seem to like get it instilled. And he said, then he started to talk about his dad a little bit. And this is what really hit me. So some of you guys know my dad and I have a very, very strong bond. My dad taught me everything I really know when it comes to work ethic and, working hard and following through and finishing the job once you start it and all of those good things. And, without my dad, I know damn well I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And so this client started to talk about his dad, and he was like, my dad was one of the best salespeople I've ever been in contact with, or I've ever experienced. But he called his dad a loser. He was like, my dad was a loser. He was like, he never finished anything. Like he just wasn't a finisher. And that kind of hit me. It kind of hit me because I've been on both sides of that coin before. And it hit me on a couple different levels. So let me take you back, 5-6 years. There was a time where I would come out, I would get a new client and I would come out strong. I'd come out swinging. Everything would be awesome. Everything, all the ducks would be in line and the client would be super, super impressed. And then for whatever reason, I would like fizzle out. I would lose steam and I wouldn't finish the job as strong as I started the job. And clients picked up on that. Clients were like, Henry was good in the beginning, but would I hire him again? I don't know. He kind of didn't really finish the job strong. And that tarnished my brand integrity, right? And it wasn't until I really started to study it and understand why it was so damn important and started to see negative effects on my business, not getting repeat clients. Losing business because of it. Word gets around, right? So with that all said, I put myself in my client's father's shoes, and I was like, dude, that was kind of like me back in the day. And God forbid I ever had my son call me a loser because I wasn't a finisher. And then I started to think like that, right? And I started to say, wow, being a finisher is so important, not only in business, but in life, especially if you have children. like I'm about to have. And I took that so deeply and so strong. I was like, wow, that was a powerful statement. And so my gem for you today is to pay attention to brand integrity. And when you finish, if you start a project with immense energy, right? Make sure that you finish that project with immense energy. One of the things that I've started to pay attention to, in my CrossFit classes is pacing out, the class, pacing out the workout so that I can finish as strong as I started. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because it's so important. If you're not paying attention to brand integrity, chances are you're not going to showcase your strengths as much as you should be. And so I wanted to share that with you because I took it to heart when I heard him say that, because again, I just kept thinking back, God forbid my son ever thought of me that way. And no offense to this guy, but it made sense. And then he started to talk about, past people that he hired to help him specifically with some of the stuff that I was doing. And he was like, they never understood what I wanted. And, I paid this guy a lot of money and he didn't follow through. And you know what? I didn't even ask for my money back because I just wanted him out of my life. And I saw how much this guy struggled with people taking integrity seriously. And so with that all said, I want you to ask yourself today, is my brand showcasing the integrity that it really has? And if not, why not? Because it's important, guys. It's so important. And so it wasn't until probably just a few years back, just a couple years ago, really, when my business tanked and then it came back up, that I started to really pay attention to brand integrity, because there were clients that would reach out to me after our first or second strategy call, and they would be so happy with the help that I provided them. And then they would kind of open up a little bit. Like I had one client recently say, I'm so happy that I enrolled in the Brand Accelerator program because we're only on strategy call number 3 out of 7. And I could already see the transformation inside of me starting to take place. And he said, I'm working my ass off so that my wife doesn't have to work at a job that she hates. So I'm counting on you to help me take my brand to the next level. And, I looked at it. You could look at that 2 ways. You could look at that as so inspiring, or you could look at that as like, oh man, he really put the hammer down on me. That's a lot of responsibility to withhold and to deliver and to, but I looked at it over here as the inspiring part. This guy put a lot of money down for this program and expects me to deliver. And the fact that he's starting to experience all of this in literally 3 sessions, and his why is to get his wife out of a job that she doesn't like. That means a lot to me. And that tells me, shit, I better deliver, and I better deliver strong, because I have people counting on me. I have clients counting on me. I have family counting on me. I'm going to have a little baby counting on me soon. And so that's the importance of brand integrity, guys. Don't take it lightly, because it will determine the amount of success that your business brings in. And then it'll determine the amount of happiness, honestly, you'll have in your life on the personal side of things. So for those of you guys that are struggling a little bit with molding your brand, because brand integrity is just one little piece out of the large puzzle when it comes to branding, that you need to be paying attention to. So if you're struggling with putting all of this together, then I invite you and suggest that you check out the brand audit service that I have. I'll drop the link below. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a 30-minute call with me, one-on-one, and it helps bring that perspective to life. It helps get clarity on what it is that you should be doing with your branding and what you shouldn't be doing with your branding. And it will definitely help you take everything to the next level. So hope you enjoyed this daily gem, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Talk soon.